Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important things are giving you peace.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello. Wow. Let's try that again. Hello, world. It's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for August 27th, 2021. It's a Friday, so TBIF, absolutely. But the question of the day is, where is Positive Candor? Positive, if you're out there, please say hello to one of us or message us or whatever. Oh, I see your Twitter seems to be back, but the other day your YouTube channel, your Twitter, and your Facebook all disappeared. Nobody really got much warning. I certainly didn't get any. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying I'm entitled to any, but I do care about you, and Mamo Prey does as well. And we do want to hope that you are okay and you're out there. If you needed a break from YouTube, I get it. I certainly do. I would just hope that you can contact and say you're okay, and if there's something going on, let us know. If you can, if you wouldn't mind, it'd make me feel better. But just to know your absence has not gone unnoticed. Although I do realize that realistically, I'm just a random guy on the internet, and you owe me nothing. I just wanted to put that out there. Hector was first in the chat today and says, "Good day. How's it going, mate?" Oi, it's going well. In Australia, here we got lots of crocs and dingoes. Oh, wait, do you just mean that as a regular? All's well, Hector. Actually, Nephew O'Prey's been here. It wasn't the best night for sleep, but it's very good to see Nephew O'Prey, and of course, Sis O'Prey. So, good times. Richie Poole says, "Hello, world." Welcome, Richie. And says, "Dear Sis O'Prey, Sop," absolutely. 47 Yorktown says, "Greetings all. Today I have completed my 56th trip Around the Sun, happy 56th birthday to 47 Yorktown. Okay, Charlie, we got to sing, Charlie. Happy birthday. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, 47 Yorktown. Happy birthday to you. Is it time to become 56 Yorktown? Maybe. Maybe. Richie Poole says, Dear Knopf. Okay, Nephew O'Prey may be a bit too young to be answering Dear Knops, but give him a year or two and he will be talking and making more sense than you, Bert O'Prey. You know, he's already is starting to talk a bit. Richie Poole says, Happy birthday, 47 Yorktown. Actress is Felice Cumpalo. Cumpel. What the? I know what Felice Cumpleaños is. I don't know what that word is. Who's Felice Compel? I don't know it, Richie. Yvette is in the house, says, Good evening, everyone. As I am having an attack of insomnia, I get to see one of Bird's streams fully for the first time. Thank you so much, Yvette. Though I'm sorry you're having insomnia. John Araki says, Bird did enough sleeping for the both of you back in his coma days. Yvette lulls at John, and Richie Poole says hello to Yvette. John Araki with a $1 super chat 30 minutes ago. Let's see if we can't play a random animation for John Araki anyway, since it didn't get to play. There you go, John. Unfortunately, the polar opposite of kissing Dax. It is Snow Trip Bert O'Prey. Man, if there isn't something that erases all the good that comes with kissing Dax, it's laser eye snow. No camera today.
Nothing to do with the fact that you didn't get dressed, right?
Has nothing to do with the fact that I am not of sufficient hygiene of myself to be on camera.
Yeah, just want you to know that the entire working world that work for both now.
They all use cameras now. I know.
Showers.
They fake showers. John Araki says, Come on, Dax, God roll. No, John Araki, sorry. Yvette says it's nearly 9 p.m. here. She's usually asleep by 7 p.m. as she has to get up for midnight.
Cake.
Nobody ordered cake, Sis O'Prey. Sis O'Prey wants a cake. Actor says, and Bird says he wakes up early. You are the earliest bird of all. Well, waking up at midnight isn't early. It's just crazy. 47 Yorktown says bonjour. Bonjour? Isn't there a J in bonjour? Deej Odyssey says Bird will be late. He still isn't dead in his game yet. Indeed. The main reason I'm late was because I got into a really good round. Call of Duty. I figured I'd be dead in 5 minutes, and 20 minutes later I was still playing. I ended up finishing 16th place, which isn't great, but out of 150, 16th place isn't damn bad. The shocker though was, had I realized that I'd already made it to 16th place, I would have tried just a little bit harder and survived, since if I finished in 15th place or higher, it would have completed one of my challenges for the day. So unfortunately, I'll have to play over again and just try to do a little bit better. But I actually had a pretty good game. Got a couple of random kills, and I'm really liking the AK-47. I always hated the AKs, but I don't know if they changed them up or whatever. I'm getting pretty good with it. 54.5 Access Radio says hashtag Pooh Bear forever, and says hi to Deej, gives 2 rabbits to Deej. Salty Tracker, hey Salty Tracker, says just dropping in to leave a like. The computer, while late, is arriving any minute now, so I will be working while I'm setting it up. I hope and pray positive Candor is okay. Thank you, Salty Tracker, and glad that your computer has come in. Matthew was supposed to make sure it got diverted through Columbus, Ohio, but whatever. You got it. You get it eventually. And yes, we all hope positive Candor is doing okay wherever he is. Arabic Sonder says hello. Question of Trek. Oh, a question of Trek. Guys, my inside source had a question of Trek. If you guys have been following me on Twitter, you know that Conti is being fired as showrunner of Question of Trek. My inside source confirms.
Candor just went on vacation and didn't want to tell everyone on the internet.
Why would he delete his YouTube channel, his Facebook page, and his Twitter? Although then he brought his Twitter back, apparently. But he hasn't made any tweets. It's August, early August. I know it's late August, but
Who offended him?
I don't know if anybody offended him. Welcome, a question of Track. Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Arabic Sonder saying Jolan True. Thomas Potts says hello. And he says, F you, Deej. Absolutely. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, you. 56 times around the sun, sir. Thomas Potts says, hashtag Continuum Trek did nothing wrong. Conti did nothing wrong. I think he did. A guy on the internet. Conti is short for Continuum Trek. The Catman Dee Myers says, Bird of Prey Qapla, how are you and the family? Oh, Dee, I'm doing okay. I will do something I rarely do and ask the family. Says, so pray, how are you? Muy bien, gracias. E2 says, so pray. Mamo pray? She's good. And Charlie? He's active, says Mamo pray. And Sassy? I'll be honest, Sassy looks the least happy. Sassy loses everything to Charlie when Charlie comes. All of Sassy's toys become Charlie's toys. Sassy's bed becomes Charlie's bed. Now, it's not that Sassy has a dog bed, understand? Sassy has a human bed. Mamo Pray's free time goes to Charlie instead of Sassy. The only thing that Sassy gets extra is extra food because his nephew O'Prey likes to share his food with Sassy and sometimes just throw food directly on the floor. He's going right for Sassy. He's petting Sassy. Sassy does. Oh, now he's trying to ride Sassy. Oh, poor Sassy. He just trying to get over Sassy. Oh, it's okay, Sassy. Oh, he's petting her. Oh, she's showing him her belly. Oh, she wants to be patted on the belly, Charlie. Okay, so now. Okay, well, that's weird. Dee Dee Myers is, so the family's doing okay, Dee Dee. Question of track is lolling at Thomas. Dee Dee says, hail to everyone in the chat on this Friday. Absolutely. Salty Trigger says, Bird, you sound like you were about 90 years old. I was coughing a bit. Do I still sound? And I had the microphone far away. How do I sound? How do I sound now? Can I get a sound check? I'll look at the current chats instead of the old chats. Thomas says hey to Salty. Who says hey back? Moxley fans says Bird a break Qapla Bird. I haven't been here in a while. I hope you and the family are doing well today. We are, Moxley. Thank you. Salty says despite Kurogan thug attempts, my computer will be here any time now. Sure it will. And Mike Richards gives me a 5x5. Thank you, Mike. Now you sound like you're about 300 years old, says Healthy Tracker. Well, it's a vast improvement.
All right. Let's go. Good.
Question of Tracks is Bird of Prey. I just messaged him in our Question of Track group DM. Aravic Saunders says, Healthy Tracker, are you streaming later with your new system? He doesn't even have this system yet. Mike Richards says, greetings to Salty. Salty says, Arabic, that is the plan as long as I can get it up. Oh, and running. My bad. Well, either way. Arabic gives a thumbs up. Thomas is yelling mute. Everyone mute, says Thomas. Salty Tracker says, Mike Richards, I think my computer made a trip to Columbus, Ohio. It did. Mike Richards says, for me, thank you. Arabic Saunders says, Estados Unidos Español, feliz cumple, Diane Sisopre. Did you ever hear my UPS rant? Oh. She never heard my UPS rant. I went off on the UPS webpage for them not saving my cookie for where I'm from. Okay, well, so if you haven't heard it, then Thomas says, wow, took Bird 30 minutes to respond to a super chat. Well, he sent the super chat 20 minutes before the stream started. Agnes says, Bird of Prey, dear Nop, every time I chomp on my uncle or throw him things, he yells at me and says I did wrong, but my mom gives me candy later. What should I do? You should listen to your uncle. Salty Tracker says, Bird of Prey, whatever happened to that hooker you were dancing with? She wasn't a hooker. She was a model. And I assume she went on modeling. Richie Poole says, you weren't late, right on time. Pray 5. Thank you, Richie. And Thomas can't wait to see the proof. Moxley fans is Bird of Prey. Sorry I come and go, but I gotta run. Have a good stream. Thank you, Moxley. Actress says compile is the informal way of saying cumpleaños. Oh, I didn't know that. Captain Trek says hello, Captain. Arabic Sonder waves to Captain. Salty says, well, did Bird of Prey just say he wants to FD? I did not say that. Thomas says, well, Sassy would be happy if you gave her treats. Yes, she does like getting treats. Question of Tracks says, well, I know Positive Candor is alive, Bird of Prey. Check your Twitter DM. Awesome. Well, that's good news. Not that I was afraid he was dead, but I'm just somebody has some type of contact with him. That is awesome. Actor says Charlie establishing alpha dominance. Indeed. Salty Traeger says, now you sound like you're about 300 years old. Okay, I read that. 5x5. Captain Track says, how is Sisso Prey? Is her Facebook open? No, her Facebook is closed. She can't get messages anymore. Thomas says, so he sounds younger than Salty. Thank you, Thomas. Agnes says, someone knows what's that QR code in the corner. Scan it, Hector, and you'll find out. It might take some money out of your PayPal account. IT says not to scan every barcode because the virus is in the barcode. Pflugerville is Qapla, people. Arabic is Qapla. The Random Menace is greetings from the future lurking. Welcome, Random. Not Ryan Johnson says hello in Qapla. Hail, Karoga. Not Ryan Johnson says Bird of Prey was on time for a late person. Deej says Sisso Prey, hit him again. Yeah, she hasn't hit me once today. Deej says I missed the first one, so did Yvette. Salty Traeger says Bird of Prey, she was a model who was paid to do what? Exactly. She was a model who was paid to dance. Okay, she was a paid dancer. These are common things to have at corporate parties. Dave G sounds as Qapla, Dave G. And Arabic Sonder with a $1 super chat and a born affirming your existence, Arabic. Thank you. Agdra says, I won't scan it. Who do you think I am? I'm waiting for someone to do it first. It's actually a link to PayPal. And it asks how much you want to pay me. It's a donation link, basically. I only put it up because apparently PayPal, while they raise their fees for doing a standard PayPal donation, if you do it through a barcode, it's only 10 cents. Only a 10-cent fee instead of a 30 or 50, instead of a 50-cent fee. So a hell of a lot more money, especially for low-end donations, goes to me. If you're doing a $1 donation, the way to do it is by barcode. It's weird, but that's just the way they've got it set up. And Arabic says, yay, mom is my good luck charm. Dee Dee Myers says, like I said, when Bird of Prey is late, he's early. When he's early, he's late. That is normal for a Karoga leader, everyone. Everyone is to use it. It is a Karoga thing. Indeed. So, well, there's a few things I wanted to talk about today. The first thing I found out about on Captain Track's stream this morning, and I will bring it up here. Although if you were watching Captain Track's stream, you probably already know about it. So we're not going to go through every detail, but for those who watch Star Trek on Netflix, the sad news is the time has officially come. In September, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Enterprise, and Star Trek the original series are all going to leave Netflix. The only shows left will be Star Trek Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, and no word for how long they will remain on and this is the United States only Netflix. Although there's no confirmation, the assumption, and it's a very strong assumption, is that Paramount Plus is going to stop leasing out Star Trek completely. So in the next year or so, as all the contracts end with Hulu and Amazon Prime Video, they're all going to lose, and Netflix, their TNG and DS9, it's all going to end up back on Paramount Plus, and Paramount Plus will be the only streaming site in the United States from which you can stream Star Trek television shows. Now, the movies, those are still apparently being sold to other sites, even exclusively, but the TV shows are all coming home to Paramount Plus. Whether it's going to take 6 months or a year or 2 years, 5 years, it remains to be seen, but that's clearly the plan. So it was nice while it lasted, being able to watch Star Trek on any of the major platforms, but either make sure you've got your physical copies, or make sure you're going to subscribe to Paramount Plus, or be prepared to not watch old Trek anymore. Your other option, and your cheapest option, however, is to get a VPN. One such VPN is Pure VPN, and I have an affiliate link to it on BertoPray5.com if you're interested. I use it. And it is a very easy to use. You can set it up as an extension in Chrome, and you can very easily in your browser just switch what country you seem to be coming from. And so, if you switch it to the UK, or you switch it to Ireland, or you switch it to Germany or Slovakia, then you can access all the European, you can access the content as if you were in Europe, and you would get access to all the Star Trek shows, all the old Trek shows, and Star Trek Discovery through Netflix. So those are all options you would have. I think it's kind of sucky, but I'm not surprised, because that's the only way I think they're going to get subscribers, is having good Star Trek on Paramount Plus and nowhere else. Salty Tracker says, so the corporation paid the model to dance with you at night, right? Well, I think it was evening, to be clear. I don't think it wasn't late at night. These things started at like 6 p.m. and they were over by like 11. Yvette says, we call models that dance for money and other things are called escort. And yes, question of track, that is just Netflix US. And he says few. Yeah. No, not hooker. Dee Dee Myers is Bird of Prey. When will you be able to watch all those Trek shows that are leaving? Where will you be able to watch? Well, you'll be able to watch them on Paramount Plus. The only problem I have with Paramount Plus is they don't offer the option to skip the opening credits. And while I find it sacrilegious to skip the opening credits on TOS. And I don't mind the opening credits on TNG or DS9 or even Voyager. I do generally skip the credits on Enterprise, and not allowing you to skip the credits on Enterprise might severely limit the amount of people willing to rewatch Enterprise. So hopefully they do a credit skip relatively soon into Paramount Plus. Arabic says Star Trek is glitchy for him on Paramount Plus. I can't say I've had that issue. Salty Trigger says, hey, Bird of Prey, I found the rest of the video that starts with you and the nice model dancer over at www.allgoodgirlsgetspanked.com. Sci-Fi Nations is Bird of Prey, Mummo Prey, Sassy O'Prey, and fellow nerds, all hail glorious Karoga, and of course, God Emperor Bird of Prey 5. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation, Qapla. And, you did a good work putting up a good fight in Star Trek Online yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't say hello till the end. I was watching for a while. I just wasn't in the mood to type a lot, so I didn't say anything. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Dear Bob, does PureVN have settings for Karoga? No, Karoga does not allow VPNs. Captain Track says you can do New York, upstate New York. Captain Track says, Bird of Prey, when Star Trek is only on Paramount Plus, all Trek will be dead. Well, I would, I disagree, but I can understand that. Thomas Bott says, I blame Disney for this outrage. We can all blame Kathleen Kennedy, but I hear she's being fired really soon. Dave G. Sound says they can rename it to Netflix Minus. Yeah, Netflix is going to have a serious issue. Salty Tracker says, bah ha ha, he just corrected me, but saying she was a lady of the evening. Captain Track says, F Paramount Plus. Dave G says, can you fast forward at least? Yeah, you can fast forward. You can rewind. You can, go to other episodes. But, yeah, you can fast forward through the opening credits. It's not the same as skipping them, though. You get really lazy really quickly when somebody offers you a way to just skip the credits. So we were talking today, and like I told you about how when Nephew O'Prey's here, Sassy kind of loses all of her stuff, her attention, her everything. I think she's okay with it, don't get me wrong. But of course she does love Charlie. But I feel bad for Sassy when it happens, and like I feel like, when Charlie and Sis O'Prey and Mom O'Prey are running around and they're chasing him, and it's like, okay, Sassy, just come stay with me and we can hang out. And I remember something, I always felt bad for the dogs in the family for some reason. And I'm reminded back, Fodder Stump donated €2 through Super Chat. Oh no, £2 £2 sterlings through Super Chat says, do you still have the dancing girl's contact info? No, Father Stomp. I've never had her contact info.
Any questions for Sal?
Any questions? What are you doing, Water?
No. Go to slap you.
You got to go.
When Charlie's trying to teach him nonviolence. So instead, you got sprayed with water like a cat, like an errant cat.
Don't stop spraying me with water. I have electronics.
Whatever. Nobody worries about the cat's electronics.
The cat's electronic? What cat?
I'm just saying. Suddenly electronic matter.
Was that something he drank out of? Do I have baby germs on me? Jesus Christ. I'm probably going to get pink eye now. So instead of slapping, Sisso Prey soaked me with a baby bottle.
So,
Sprayed. Thanks. Who gets that? Thanks. Deej?
Oh, so what happened was I got 2 messages a minute apart, but Gary enlisted here.
Gary unlisted. Deej didn't make it this time. So Gary gets it. Thanks, Mr. Unlisted, if that is your real name. Salty Trackers is Bird of Prey. I know most people will disagree, but I like that you cannot skip the credits. The people who create shows need a moment of honor or respect, or in the case of STD, ire and disrespect. Well, you can skip the ending credits. Did I feed him?
Yeah, have you given him anything to eat?
No, I haven't fed him.
It's time to him eat food.
He ate food when we ate food.
No, that's too long ago. You didn't see anything in between?
I heard Mommy talking about that's not a pouch. And I think there was a bottle involved at some point. Not me. I don't have to keep track of these things. So Prey's trying to make it my fault that Nephew of Prey hasn't eaten. He's eaten, I'm sure. And yeah, so Salty, if they let you skip, in fact, not only do they not let you skip over, by default, they skip over the credits. The only way to view the ending credits is to hit a button, go backwards, and view the credits. By default, you never view the ending credits. If any credit was going to be forced upon somebody, it'd be the ending credits. Yay, hit him again, says Prey, says Richie. Salty is saying, lol, best live stream ever. Agnes says, plus you also get to sing with Faith of the Heart.
Chicken? Yeah, you can use like a...
Ethan says, felt bad for dogs or family. Our dogs wouldn't fail to steal the snack, which was sad. Salty Dragon says, hey, Sisso Prey, if you want some California Reaper pepper to put that in the bottle. No. No violence. Darren Wagner says, classy. Captain Trace Bird forgot to say it was me to Sisso Prey. Yes, I know who Gary Unlisted was, Captain. I didn't know if you wanted people to know who Gary Unlisted was. Anyway, so back when I was, I don't know, maybe 8 years old, maybe 10 years old, we had our first beagle. Princess. And we were driving upstate to the Adirondack house, which in those days was a long drive for us as a kid. 2 kids, 2 adults, and a dog. And it was the very first time we were taking the dog upstate. And so it's a 4+ hour drive. And we get to town, and in town is usually where we pick up food. When it was just us, we'd eat something and then head to the house, and then, often take like an hour at the house to turn the water on at the house and get it set up and have some idea that we were going to be okay at the house. So it's kind of the last point to have a good meal, use the restrooms and whatnot for a while. So we got up there and we got to Friendly's, which was one of the many places we would normally stop. And it was always a treat to go to Friendly's up there because there wasn't any Friendly's in Brooklyn. And I really enjoyed going to Friendly's, but I couldn't bear to stand that the plan was to just leave our dog, Princess, in the car. Now, granted, it wasn't hot. It was a cold time of year. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't hot. It's not that there was any temperature problem. But I just felt terrible. Like, no, we did this as a group. She wouldn't understand why she was being left alone in a car for an hour. And so I refused to go into the restaurant to eat dinner with or lunch or whatever it was with everyone else. I stayed in the car. And granted, these days you could just get it to go and take it out to me. It probably wouldn't have been a big deal. But in those days, people didn't think like that. So, I stayed and I didn't eat. And even my sister, who was a vegetarian because she cared for animals, she didn't mind going into Friendly's, and eating while I stayed in the car with Princess. But yeah.
If the timing of this, if it was the first time you brought Princess up,
yeah,
I became vegetarian in 1992 when
Don't you want to?
and we got Princess when I was 5. I might not have been a vegetarian. That has nothing to do with your story, but just facts. I still cared about it. So you stayed in the car with Princess.
Yeah, I refused to leave.
Did we get you anything?
I don't know.
No, we made him stop.
You guys brought me something out when you guys were done eating. A Lincoln.
Princess.
Yeah.
She
was on the floor mostly.
Oh no, that's it.
That's when we realized dogs give off a lot of gas. Yeah, we didn't realize how gassy dogs were. So we were all locked in a car with one. Yeah. Then, she loved it. She loved being up there. And, she was a city dog who got to see country. Yeah.
Probably still there today.
Good. She was a good dog. And coming home was no issue. But I would not leave nobody behind. And that was something I think I learned from Star Trek. Leave no one behind, and I wasn't going to. It was a loyalty. It was a loyalty thing. But man, could I taste that Friendly's to this day. I wonder if I made the right choice. I did, because there's no way I could have enjoyed eating at that point.
We left Rebel in the car.
Yeah, Rebel was fine.
You guys left Rebel in the car.
Come back 4 years later. We should file.
Richie Pools, a salty tracker, everyone listed in the credits should file class action lawsuits against any network or streaming device service that skips, speeds up, or reduces the credits. You know, Richie, I often wondered why they don't. And I imagine that there's some something in Hollywood that allows them to do it. Salty says, Darren, no other qualifier required. The fact the ship designs are not Trek enough does not change the fact it's good work. Darren says the VFX teams on STD and SDP do amazing work if they weren't doing Trek shows. I would think, well, I don't know. There is no, oh, we got thunder outside. There is no franchise that I would say the discovery was good work. There is no franchise where the turbolift's interior shots are 500 times bigger than the exterior shot of the ship. Does that make sense? I mean, maybe in Doctor Who, where it's a trope that the inside's bigger than the outside. But in sci-fi, that doesn't make any sense. Whether it was Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica or Stargate or any popular sci-fi series that I could think of, that just is terrible. Darius says, Qapla, Darius. Sci-fi says, leave the option to skip the credits, but make people manually do it. And Salty says, Darren, sure, the Discovery looks like a pizza cutter, but that was the design. The people who lit it, animated, composited, and rendered it are not responsible. Well, they are for putting it together. Richie Bulls, his vertebrae, is blaming his gas on... No, I wasn't blaming my gas on the dog. That's like that old joke that I'm not going to repeat. Darren Wagner says, Salty Tracker, the Secret Hideout VFX are all based on flawed direction. That's why they fail. Salty Tracker says, Darren, VFX does not control the franchise. Put blame in the right place. Hate on Secret Hideout all you like. Ooh, loud thunder. But let me do you one, see you do better. Ken Jack Ben says, Serious Munchausen, your angel of pumpkin awaits. And we get all the pumpkins. Richie Bulls' Bird of Prey, I think the special and visual effects in Discovery is horrible. I do too. I do too. Salty Tracker says he's not here to argue. Have a good one. And I tell you, God is angry. God is angry. There's a lot of thunder. I don't know what Anti-Tracker did. He pissed off the man upstairs. Not Ryan Johnson's Bird of Prey is electronic. Everything makes sense now. Project Prometheus. Infect bird. No, I'm not electronic. Darren says, Salty, I don't have to be able to make great coffee to be able to say Starbucks makes lousy coffee. All of SH's visual effects are wasted on flawed vision. Ken Jack Ben says they did it in an episode of Enterprise. It was technology from the future. That's true. They did They did do an episode of Enterprise where the inside was bigger than the outside. Deej says, Dear Bop, before the storm gets you. Yeah, we'll get to Dear Bop. Spike is in the house. Qapla Spike says, Paxamondo do the visual effects for starships. Ken Jack Benz is the architecture that creates the illusion of size on the inside of a miniature nature on the outside. Wesley Crusher, Bird of Prey, greetings, Aussie O'Prey, Maria, and Mom O'Prey. Greetings, Wes. Pixomundo, says Spike. And Richie Poole says, shut up, Wesley. So let's go ahead. Let's head over to the Dear Bops, since we have a good selection of Dear Bops today. A good amount of Dear Bops. So we'll get through them, and then if we've got time, there's some more stuff we can talk about. Dear Bob, hi. Dear Bob, hi, Bob. I don't know who keeps writing this. I don't know what it means. But hello. Spike says, Bird of Prey, Qapla, good day, sir. Hope you are well. I am. Thank you, Spike. Hope you are well. And Wesley says, nice to know I am welcomed every time. You are, Wes. Dear Bob, I have recently come into a rather large inheritance that includes a well-populated orphanage. I have viewed the many orphans from this orphanage, and they are all in tip-top shape. Would you be interested in all of them for a mere $1.65? Thanks, the salty one. Yeah, sure, $1.65 an orphan, or $1.65 each, or total.
Oh.
Either way, let me know. I'm interested. Have your people call my people. Dear Bob, the hi Bob you keep getting is from All Mankind in season 1, when the 3 astronauts on the moon only had Bob Newhart to watch. That's right, and they would reenact the episode and say hi Bob to each other. So hi Bob. Thank you. Wow. A lot of thunder. I knew it sounded familiar. Man, I can't wait for season 3 of For All Mankind. That's something I'm looking forward to. The Orville season 3 is what I'm looking most forward to. Strange New Worlds is second. And actually, no. For All Mankind season 3 is second. Lost in Space season 3. Space Force season 2. And then for Strange New Worlds. And The Boys season 3, even though it's going to be horrible. Dear Bob, what is the smart way to sell an inherited house to minimize taxes? Here's the background. My father dies without a will. Now, my brother and I inherited my father's house in New York, which is worth between $375,000 and $450,000. I am also a resident of New York, while my brother resides in Oregon. Our father passed in September 2020. The lawyer who is managing the estate advised me we can now sell the house. I have started to clean it out, but doing some heavy lifting work, such as cutting down trees, painting, and refinishing the floors. What's the best way to sell the house to avoid capital gains or taxes? Is there a specific timeline that governs this? Sincerely, Karoga Inheritance Issues. And John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Okay, well, Karogan Inheritance won't play into this since the property is not Karogan. And as you've noted, that neither you nor your brother is a resident of Karoga. Capital gains. You know, you might want to speak to a tax professional in your area just to verify. But it's my understanding that you're not unless you have multiple homes already, more than one. This is your second home, your first or second home that you own. You probably will not have to pay capital gains taxes. It will depend how much the house initially cost your father, how much he paid for it, and how much of an estate did he have. The real taxes you have to worry about are estate taxes. Now, if he didn't have much of an estate and this house was the bulk of his estate, then you generally should be getting it tax-free. If his estate is worth over, I think, $1 or $2 million in total, 5 million, 4 million and change. Wow, it's okay. So if the estate's worth over 4 million and change, then is the only time you have to worry about paying taxes on the inherited house. Reselling it, if that's what you want to do, it'd basically be like selling a house you already owned. So yeah, you need to talk to a tax professional. But basically, the quicker you sell it, well, I don't know about the quicker you sell it, the better. But if you're going to sell it, make sure you both agree to it. And I believe time is on your side, except for the fact that I think the market is going to crash spectacularly. So it's my personal opinion that you try and sell it as quickly as possible. I think that would be the safest bet. Deej, should someone slap the person that sends long dear bops? Richie Pools is bird of prey. You shouldn't ban the person that keeps sending you actual Dear Abby letters. I can't ban them. Arabic says, aren't those black question marks dead giveaways? It was just copy and pasted. It very well might be, but it's not the only reason for those black question marks. Dear Bob, hi Bird, here is a chance to own a piece of history. You and I could buy the Super Mario Brothers sealed Nintendo game from 1985. It's truly a collector's item. Gary at Rock Solid has the current high bid at $15,000, but it would still be a steal for you and I to partner up and buy this game together. Will you bid $15,500 with me? $7,750 each. Bids close in a few days. Call me after this live stream and let's make it happen. Salty Tracker. So you want to go in half and half on this Super Mario Brothers 9.4 sealed. NES 1985. Oh, current bid is up to 28,000 now. So much for 15. That is too much money, especially for a game that came with the system. Like who needs that game? Dear Bob, it's true. I'm stepping down as the leader of Turtestan. Well, stepping would require walking, and we all know I can barely stand at my advanced, decrepit age. I would love to offer you the rights of first refusal to the takeover. I think 50 on the dollar is a fair amount. Just think of all the orphans you can have added to the mines. This is truly a win-win. The salty Twitch thought streamer. So he's stepping down, hey? So he wants 50 cents on the dollar. The other person said they just wanted $1.65. I have to check out the merchandise. You know how we do business. And Mercer says, I don't believe Salty would have the money to do that. Well, now that he got his laptop or his computer back from Life with Matthew, I think his plan was to hack a bank. Dear Bob, I don't have Ciso Prey's number. Quit spreading lies about me. All the best, Gary. Gary, you're not the only Gary. Gary Unlisted was never you. Nobody said it was you. That's your own feelings of guilt, perhaps. Dear Bob, I demand the most beautiful woman to pop up on screen for a minute. I demand to see her secret admirer. Your demand is my command. I don't know if that was the one you were hoping for. Hi, Bob emails. Could that be a reference to For All Mankind? Yes. Yes, Gary, it was a reference to For All Mankind. Oh, shit, I skipped a bunch of Dear Bops. Dear Bob, hi, Joe. I was talking with Michael, Salty Tracker, and he said that you were into partnering up with other YouTubers to buy priceless art like comic books that you can't find anywhere else. Well, I wanted to bring up the Spider-Man comic to your attention. I think it would be very valuable and potentially lucrative, but for us. Would you please check out this comic and let me know if you will go halvesies with me? It was in the 60K range last I looked. My phone number is 516 blah, 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 blah. I'm staying over in Floral Park with a gal pal super close to you. And there's comics, Silver Age, Superhero, The Amazing Spider-Man, 14, Marvel, 1964. Thank you. Let's chat later tonight. Actually, I can pop over in a bit when I clear out my backstage. See you soon. LDG of Geeks and Joy. I highly doubt LDG is in the area. And I'm 99% sure, now 100% sure, that I don't give a damn about Spider-Man comic books. Just not my thing. Dear Bob, what will it take to drag you off Call of Duty? Halo Infinite officially has a December release, as well as its own limited edition Xbox Series X being released as well. If you stream our game on your channel and others, we will give you the game for free, but you'll have to stop playing that inferior Activision product. So what do you say? Can we count on you to be a Halo warrior rather than a Call of Duty wussy? Bonnie Ross, president of 343 Industries. Not really, Bonnie. I'm quite content playing Call of Duty, and Halo is just big, round, and stupid. Dear Bob, Christy McNipple here. We have received an inquiry that you have interest in joining our wheelchair racing team. I sent no such request. Understand that there must be a commitment to train hard and become more fit, as every team in our history has been competitive in the wheelchair racing arena. First, please select your wheelchair, and then we will custom paint it to your satisfaction at no cost to you. If you are selected to our team, we can even paint it to look like your favorite air or spacecraft. Please select your ride from this website and let me know which one you have chosen. Yeah, none of these are going to work for me, but thank you. Robert Rose says hello today. Bird will pray, Mom will pray, and the sassy. Welcome, Robert. Mercer Creates says, I don't believe Salty would have the money to do that. I agree. Dr. Scotty says, Bird of Prey. I bet they meant Ciso Prey. Mercer Creates says, Bird of Prey. Ever see the movie Oscar with Sylvester Stallone? No, I don't think I have. Hey, Jedi Bill's in the chat. Says Qapla. Hello, Bird of Prey. Qapla, brother warrior. Hail Karoga, Jedi Bill. And welcome to the stream. Dear Bob, would you drink the new beverage called Jägermeister Cold Brew Coffee? No, I will not. We would like to send you a bottle to try if you might be interested. Check out our YouTube site when we taste test this fabulous product, the Bald Guys. No, thanks. I'm not a fan of coffee, so Jägermeister mixed with coffee is not particularly interesting. But I am curious what this video looks like. Yeah, I don't want to show that. That's someone else's stream. But good luck with that. I don't know what that is. Hi, Bob. Yes. Hi, Bob. Dear Bob. Oh, and yes, I will move to New Jersey, says O'Bray's secret admirer. I will let her know. Dear Bob, I am 30 years old, and my fiance and I have a baby. We are looking to purchase a house and go half and half with everything. My issue is he has a 19-year-old daughter who just came back into his life after being MIA for almost 6 years. She is now living with us and will be live in our house will live in our house that we plan to buy. I would like my daughter to have full possession of the house if something were to happen to us. He demands that both his daughters get 50-50. I am not happy with that. I am coming up with most of the closing costs. Is there anything I could do? I really want to build a future with him, but I'm nervous my daughter will get left out, especially when I'm coming up with most of the money. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Confused and Karoga. Yeah, tell him to fuck off. It's your house. You don't even put his name on the house. You're just going to pay for it 100%. And if he doesn't pay, not only you and his daughter and his wife have to get the fuck out, or fiance or ex-fiance. So you're the fiance. Well, then his daughter and whoever the daughter brings in has to leave. Mama Pray is saying, how about 75-25? Why should she give up any of it? If they're splitting the cost, then I guess that's enough. But right. Yeah, I would just write it out so that there's a reason. If you put in more, you either get more out, get it out first, or more importantly, I don't know. And Mount Pray also brings up the option, well, what if you guys have another child? So then it might be a little early to worry about making the minute changes. Professor Brainy Specs, Qapla, Bird Prey, Qapla, Professor. Marisur says, Bird Prey, Oscar with Stallone is pretty funny if you can get through the first half hour. It feels more like a film stage play than a movie. A film stage play than a movie. Dear Bob, I have a problem with my girlfriend. Hope you'll be able to answer me. We are dating for some time now. She is in a wheelchair, but I really do not mind. I love her. However, we have a huge argument, and yesterday she told me that she is leaving me. I was so pissed I took her wheelchair, but I think she's a little into me because she came crawling right back. Your fan. Now that one upset God. That one upset God. I saw the flash even in the house during the day. There was a big bright flash. And almost instantly there was that thunder.
And the one that made you scream.
Yeah, but I saw the flash. So. Dear Bob, wondering if I can ask you a favor. Since you are one of my favorite people ever, hey, my daughter Summer, who is 14, wants to get involved in YouTube. Maybe her own channel or her own show. And I thought you were best to cut her teeth and really learn the craft. Then I thought about you and how successful you have been with your Bird o' Prey channel. Would you mind if Summer came and interned with you for a few weeks during the holiday season? She can help produce, direct, or write for you and provide content. I think that is something that your followers might enjoy. Would you please let me know your thoughts on doing this for us? Here is my private email. Please don't share, of course, as I don't want DS9 fans writing to this address. It's mostly for friends and family. Talk soon. Nicole DV 12207 @gmail.com. XOXO Nicole DeBoer. No, Nicole, I think you would be the best person for her to intern with. Dear Ozzy Prey, I've been invited to next door neighbor's barbecue tomorrow evening. She's originally from Australia and she's very hot. Do you have any suggestions of how I can impress her and hopefully have some intimate relations with her? Thanks. I'll find out if she's a professional snuggler. If she is, you can probably have intimate relations right there, but that's just physical contact, nothing else. But you way to an Australian woman's heart is, right through the chest wall, just like any other mammal. So make sure you bring this isn't a knife, this isn't a billy club, and finally, this isn't a Chinese throwing star, boomerang, and you can have tactical superiority in just a couple of minutes. After that, the world, your imagination is your limit. How do I keep skipping these old ones? Dear Bob, I have a piece of clothing and I'm hoping that you might be able to help me sell it, as I think it would be priceless to the proper fan. I am Marina Sirtis, and I hear that you may have some passing knowledge of the show I was on, and hopefully that you might be able to help me sell clothing. So I have an old bra that was wrote on the Star Trek Next Generation, Season 1. It's a white lacy brassiere, size 30 DD. I'm hoping to get $400 for it while I'm hoping to get $400 for it from the sale. Excuse me, I'm hoping to get $500 from the sale of the bra, especially considering the history behind it and what breasts used to be in the cups. It might have some lactation stains in it, but I figured they may not want help with the authenticity of the stablins in it. Anyway, I figured that it could maybe help with the authentication of the item. Also, I can tell you from Brent Spiner did not wear the bra fishing for his conspiracy episode, and not happened. Anyway, maybe this is too much information, but I'm hoping you can help me sell this bra. Thank you. Marina Sirtis. How much do you want for it, Marina? Let's start there. Dear Bob, how is my favorite furniture with Sissopray doing? My favorite future wife, Sissopray, doing? Hope all is well with her. Hashtag future brother-in-law. Right, Deej. My eyes are getting all blurry. Dear Bob, it's been 2 weeks since I've defected to Bunnyland. It was a very hard choice, but the whole chastity belt and bathing in a stream in public is just unacceptable. Deej has been very kind. I have you in my own bathroom and jacuzzi was fixed this morning. However, I did miss my friends I've made in Quiroga. Can you think of any way that Daddy and I could come to some sort of amicable agreement where I could be happy in Quiroga without fear of asinine rules and repetitions holding me back from being an amazing Quirogan royalty? What would you suggest I do, Yvette? I'd suggest you go back in time and become Quirogan royalty. Oh, you can't go back in time? Too bad. Dear Bob, we are seeking a new writer for 34th season of The Simpsons. We already have most of 33rd complete, but are now starting to look ahead to next year. Fox has already extended our agreement for 5 more years. We are looking for something to write in Itchy and Scratchy episodes. The shows were written for with the show, and thought this might be appropriate skill set to show for you, or perhaps someone who might be able to do it for us. Itchy and Scratchy is a fun cartoon on pen, and some of us, these scripts have been prior seasons. Of course, the writer would get writing credit, and they may be able to attend all of our swanky events like the 34th season red carpet event in Hollywood. The position pays a starting salary of $250K a year, and we hope that this position, if not, do you know any appropriate writers? Thanks, Bob. Matt Groening. Do I know any appropriate writers? Yeah, go out the door on the left. That's the appropriate way. No, your left. The other door. Hopefully that's it. Did that make any sense? I hope it did. Dear Bob, I seem to be addicted to Candy Crush Saga. How can I get addicted? Thanks. I need a bath. You get addicted by playing it over and the endorphin release. It causes addiction. Dear Bob, I have been reaching out to you as you have may be aware to be my final hope. You are one of my favorite YouTubers, and I like you almost as much as Salty Tracker, Captain Track, Jedi Bill, Deej, LDG, Trackyard, Sci-Fi Nation, the Star Wars Girl, the Erotic Doomcock, Secure Team 610, Trek Fatigues, Commodore Ty, Question of Track, Thomas Bots, Lore Reloaded, Live with Matthew, Rock Solid Productions, and I figure you are best to beat and get me out of Kabul. I was in town snooching a new film from Marvel. I'm currently at the prison, hoping that you may want to somehow pull with the State Department or others, and maybe it'll get me thrown out that plane. You may want to pull it with the State Department or have someone land right after your show. Please let me know, and I will read your probably Afghan fungi, their version dollars. Sure, whatever you say. I think people like him, you don't answer him, and eventually the problems just go away. Dear ST, what can I say about your channel that I haven't already said about your Star Trek Discovery? I haven't seen a deadline this bad since Biden's foreign policy. I feel like you stole the whole bit. Innovative, don't duplicate. Also, your PC's broken more than my local McDonald's ice cream. Stay off the site and update your antivirus. Thanks, Bob. Dear Bob, I think I'm in love with another man. Don't forget what I'm supposed to do. It's never a sight to be used this way. Although when I look at the mirror, here's beside me. Okay, this is clearly copied and pasted. So dear Bob, please order this from Amazon. QWERTY IOP lighting rod kit for roof, 37 channel 3 full brass detachable copper lighting rod kit from Porcelain Equipment for the house token towel. You should present this to your house from lightning strikes. You shall need this to protect your house from lightning strike. I don't know that it works like that. Dear Bob, there are rumors you have further proof of highly questionable antics of Continuum Track. Is it true that he removed as a showrunner of the Question of Track? Absolutely. Can you verify that he's removed? Can you verify that if this has further evidence? Also, when will you release it? Thank you. And Qapla. I realized it yesterday, and I will release it on Friday. And by Friday, I mean today, because you all need to know the truth by tomorrow.
I'll be right in.
And this is it. 31 Dear Bobs. One for every flavor of the rainbow. Dear Bob, nearly 20 years ago, my dear, sweet grandma, now deceased, received a telephone call from me. Apparently, I was having held in a Mexican jail and needed her to send me some money to get me out. Being in jail, and I needed her. So apparently when I was being held in a Mexican jail and needed her to send me money and get out. Being the wisest woman she was, she assumed it was a scam thing, or checking the lid with me later. I assured her this isn't Mexico. Now I'm a little older and a lot wiser, and I'm thinking that maybe that call was legit. How do I know that? Even at one point, there maybe a cell was legit. Now that I'm a little older and a lot wiser, I am thinking that maybe this call was legit. How do I stand there, a new point in the future, and don't make exactly the travel vial back in time and end up in the jail cell? I am now afraid to do anything, go to work, go to groceries, hell, even go sit on my couch and watch Star Trek. I'm thinking a time portal might have opened, and any moment they can suck me in. For all I know, I have been languishing in the Mexican jail for at least 20 years, forgotten and defeated. What was Granada's? They sent me last time. Okay, one more. Dear Bob, beep, beep, you're drunk. Go to bed, bird. By the way, still waiting on seeing Sissel Prey. Sis's secret admirer. Yeah, I know. I'm feeling it real bad right now. I think I am going to get some rest. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Let's see how many. Did I miss any comments? One. Carlo Albanese, Bird of Prey. I let a vet use the Karogan time machine. I hope you don't mind. I don't, Carlo. I don't. Yeah, so I'm sorry, guys. I am just tired. It hit me like a wall. Nephew of Prey seems to be asleep as well. So I'm going to try and get some shut-eye. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I will check. Conti, you mentioned you have heard from Positive Candor. I hope everything's good. And Qapla all. Bird out. Oh, John Araki with another $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. Let's see. What do you got? Jumping, smiling faces. Thank you, John. Darth says, why did you skip that letter? What did I miss? I don't believe I skipped a letter. I'm pretty sure I read them all. Qapla all. Take care. I will see you. Oh, tomorrow we have for Cinema Saturday 2 hours and 23-minute cut of Superman, the original series. It is available for streaming on HBO Max. HBO Max. So if you're interested in streaming, that's probably the best place. Or you can always use the screening room. I probably will put it up tonight so people see the time for tomorrow. And that's it. Qapla all. Bird out. But wait, there is more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, And of course, Hail Karoga.